there. You gotta take it.
That's for obstructing if you do not comply. Stand up.
Moments when cops had to arrest their family members. In this video, we're going to take a look at the moments when cops had to arrest their own family members. Around 12:20 a.m. on April 15th, 2022, Officer David Wendt from the Westfield Police Department received a call about a disabled vehicle at the intersection of Raymond Street and Mountain Avenue. Approaching the 2018 Nissan Rogue, Officer Wendt observed airbag deployment and significant damage to the passenger's side rim and tyre, likely from hitting nearby rocks. Shortly after, Officer Nicholas Bagan, Officer Samuel Four, and Sergeant Gregory Penn arrived to provide assistance. The driver, 31-year-old Yanel Bentos, whose boyfriend and fiancé was a cop, informed the officer that she had difficulty making a proper right turn from Mountain Avenue to Raymond Street. She admitted to having 3 drinks at a restaurant earlier that night before heading home.
I meant to make a right, and somehow I hit that pole, and my whole tire went out, my whole car went out, and I don't know what happened.
You have somebody coming to pick you up then?
I called my mom, I called my sister, I called my best friend. I have been ignoring every call because I have been trying to focus on what the hell is going on.
Okay. I mean, I don't think I knew.
This is the first time I have ever hit my car. This is the first time I have ever gotten into an accident.
All right, go 10-8 and then we'll get the information.
And I'm just, I don't even know how to process this, or I don't know.
The Westfield Fire Department arrived to assess Yanel's condition, and she chose not to receive medical attention. Due to suspicions of impairment, Officer Wendt gave Yanel the option to perform field sobriety exercises, with Sergeant Penn and Officer Bagan assisting in the process.
I'm not going to lie to you guys, I did have 3 drinks. But you could test me, I'm totally fine.
What were the 3 drinks that you had?
Tito's and Club. But I don't want to, like, my boyfriend's a cop. Actually my fiance, sorry. So I don't want to lie, I don't feel, I just want to be honest.
In the first exercise, Yanel was instructed to recite the alphabet from D to W. However, she deviated from the instructions and recited it from C to Z instead.
Breath, be relaxed. You're familiar with the English alphabet?
Of course.
Okay. If you could just say it from D to W, don't sing it. Just say the letters from D.
D-E-F G-H-I-J-K L-M-N-O-P-Q-R-S-T-U-V-W-X, Y, and Z.
Moving to the second exercise, the horizontal gaze nystagmus test was administered twice by Officer Wendt and Officer Four. During the test, the officers noted an absence of smooth pursuit, which led her to fail the test.
Okay, so I'm going to have it go up now, okay? Just eyes only, don't move your head up.
It's so, just so you know, guys, I'm trying so hard. This is just so weird.
Yep, nope.
I hope you guys get it. Like, I'm 100% okay.
We understand.
I get it. I know you have to do this.
Yep, so just eyes only.
Okay.
Moving on to the third exercise, the walk and turn test. Yanel didn't walk heel to toe, kept her arms not at her side, and didn't use the yellow lines properly. The final exercise, the one-leg stand test, saw Yanel not raising her foot properly, swaying and putting her foot down multiple times.
Like this.
Yep, I'm going to explain it. You just stay hands at your side. So that you're going to take a series of small steps around. 1, 2. You see what I'm saying? You understand? I'll explain it again after, okay? Then you're going to go back. 1, 2, 3. I did 3, you're going to do 9. I'll show you the turn one more time, okay? So you're starting like this, the position that you're in right now.
Just, can you give me 1 second? I just can't even believe I'm going through this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nope.
It's just, I've never in my life been through anything like this, so it's very rough for me. I apologize.
Nope.
I hate this. I feel like a low life. I'm sorry, guys.
Nope, it happens.
I'm sorry, guys. My boyfriend's gonna be living. because he's an officer for the state.
Considering her disabled vehicle, inconsistent statements, and inability to complete the field sobriety exercises adequately, Officer Wendt informed Yanel that she would be placed under arrest for driving under the influence. After a brief struggle, Sergeant Penn managed to handcuff her and Officer Wendt escorted her to the patrol car. Officer 4 stayed on the scene until the vehicle was towed for a mandatory 12-hour hold as required by John's law. After completing the processing, she was released to a sober person who signed the potential liability warning form on her behalf. Officer Wendt issued Yanel summonses for operating under the influence, reckless driving and careless driving. According to court records dated July 28, 2022, Yanel was found guilty of operating under the influence and fined $790. Her license was revoked for 3 months and she had to spend 12 hours at an intoxicated driver resource center. The other 2 citations were dismissed as part of a plea agreement. This case revolves around a police officer who had to arrest his own daughter for driving under the influence.
You stopped with this shit, you're arrested.
On December 28, 2022, a witness observed a white vehicle striking a traffic light and then leaving the scene. A part of the car's bumper was left behind after the collision. Roughly 15 minutes later, the police found the suspect's vehicle at a nearby gas station. However, the driver turned out to be the last person they expected, the officer's own daughter.
Expected.
Come back from Applebee's?
Yeah, I had a drink.
Okay. How old are you?
21. My dad is
Listen, your bumper's in the road over there. Did you just hit that pole?
No, I promise I did not.
No?
The conversation began with the officer questioning her about her recent visit to Applebee's and whether she had consumed alcohol. Teresa, the 21-year-old driver, mentioned her father's role as an officer with the local police department, perhaps hoping that it would help her situation. However, the responding officers remained focused on the incident at hand.
Applebee's.
Yeah, I left Applebee's.
You cut through the plaza. You came out by Lowe's and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Did you hit the traffic pole that's right there?
No, I did not hit the traffic pole. This part was hanging off already. I hit a deer in Pennsylvania because I go to school in...
Do you smoke marijuana recreationally?
No, I do not smoke marijuana.
Teresa claimed that her bumper was already damaged from a previous incident in Pennsylvania, approximately 25 miles away, and that it coincidentally fell off when another car similar to hers hit a traffic light. However, her story raised doubts among the officers. During the conversation, Teresa repeatedly mentioned her father in the hope that his involvement would resolve the situation, but the officers continued their investigation to uncover the truth.
By the way, because you're scared because you maybe had 1 drink and you think you're drunk?
Yeah.
And you might get arrested, but you don't seem like you're drunk?
Yes.
So you want to just tell the truth?
Yes, I'm telling you the
So when after Applebee's, did you hit a traffic pole? You can't miss it. It lights up. It's red, green, and yellow.
I hit a curb.
You hit a traffic signal.
No, I hit a curb.
Yeah, you went up the curb, you hit the traffic signal fell down, and you
I
left.
was texting. If you
Okay.
just call my dad, he would tell you.
Well,
It's the
here's
sheriff's office,
the thing.
I promise
Your dad, the
you.
sheriff's officer, wasn't driving your vehicle for that.
As the officers probed further, Teresa admitted to hitting a curb, being more intoxicated than initially suspected, and texting while driving, 3 infractions, each carrying potential penalties. The officers decided to speak with Teresa's father, John, who clarified that Teresa had indeed hit a deer earlier, but the damage was on the front right bumper, unrelated to the more extensive damage sustained in the recent incident.
Hey, John, how are you? So your daughter hit a traffic pole. Okay. Where's the damage on the car?
Okay, the damage on that car, on the car there, I think it was like the front right bumper.
John offered to help and the sergeant agreed, so he decided to come. Despite this, everything except Teresa's conduct proceeded according to proper policing standards.
John explains that Teresa did hit a deer earlier and that the damage was on the front right bumper, but it was nowhere near as serious as the damage the car was currently sustaining.
Can I come out? Are you guys out there?
That's up to you. I'll see if she wants you to come out, if she wants, you to drive her home.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Let me come out there and I'll see you guys. Can you help me?
So, what she's saying, and where the damage was, everything doesn't really make too much sense. So, tried to get some more information out of her, but and then that piece of bumper there. So, for the other one, was it just the bumper wasn't hanging like that?
Yeah, no. So what it was is basically this was intact.
Okay.
This piece was missing. And the scratches here. That's all from her gear that she lost.
So right now, this is going to be my call.
Okay.
Supervisor coming out.
Okay, gotcha.
He's going to be providing all the details.
Okay, who's your supervisor?
Sorry, John.
Not that one, dude. I'm just asking.
The focus returned to Teresa's earlier claim of having consumed only one drink at Applebee's. Suspicion grew that Teresa might be more intoxicated than initially thought, leading to field sobriety tests. The results confirmed that her blood alcohol level was 0.17%, over twice the legal limit.
And everything that happened today, right? I don't think that you were okay to take me out here for motor vehicle.
Dad!
So,
Dad!
You got it.
Dad! Where's my dad?
Oh, your dad's right over here.
You do stop with this shit in the car.
Okay,
You're arrested for DUI. Go ahead.
Have a seat.
Teresa received a court summons for driving under the influence, reckless driving, and failure to report a car accident. In this case, the officer, Teresa's father, followed the protocol perfectly. Officer Kovac found himself in a complex and emotional situation involving his daughter and her relationship with Mackay Coleman. His actions that day were far from typical police protocol, filled with personal bias and a desire to resolve this matter on his own. Spotting Mackay's car while tracking his daughter's laptop to a residence, Officer Kovac made the decision to pull the vehicle over.
You can get out. You're going to jail. Get out. Have a seat in my car. We'll make shit up as we... There's weed on you? What's that? Obviously. Go ahead, get smart before I can do something to you, even more.
The passenger side door
asking about guns, knives, or drugs, Officer Kovac's actions revealed an emotional intensity. When he discovered another of his daughter's friends in the car, he remained relentless in his pursuit to find his daughter, who was yet to be seen.
Can I tell you about the car?
Sales advising a white female in a blue jeep, find them with a gun.
Your dad know my daughter's in your house?
Conveniently,
the convenience of the traffic stop location allowed him to approach the friend's house where he suspected his daughter was present. He interrogated the mother, threatened jail if she lied, despite no concrete evidence of wrongdoing. This demonstrated his willingness to misuse his authority to resolve personal issues.
34 Ashland. I tell you get out of the car? Did I tell you get out of the car?
Sales advising a white female in a blue jeep, find them with a gun. She's in a Ford Focus, Lion. She also called in any primary.
The situation escalated when he proposed a $200 ticket for a seatbelt violation, causing the woman to retract her consent to search her home. She rightly challenged Officer Kovac's actions, highlighting their unprofessional and illegal nature.
You're making this
You're being
personal.
disorderly.
How am I being disorderly?
She wasn't wearing a
I
seatbelt.
was wearing my seatbelt. You're making this personal. You want to ticket my daughter because you think your daughter is in my
No,
house.
she wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
I'm going to call my...
In a bid to prevent the woman from involving other officers, he released her daughter without a ticket. The unsuspected twist emerged when it was revealed that Officer Kovac's own daughter, Caitlin, had been hiding in Mackay's car throughout the ordeal, terrified of her father's actions. Her father's subsequent actions bordered on kidnapping as he forced her into his vehicle. He asserted that she needed a psychological evaluation, although she was an adult who had committed no crimes.
Hi.
You can't take me. I'm 18. You have to give me a reason. By law, why are you pushing me? You can't! You can't!
Caitlin! Knock it off!
You don't want me! I know! Why you can't do this?
Yeah, she did nothing.
I'm an adult!
Get in the car. She's going to the hospital. She said she was going to kill herself Friday.
No, I didn't!
Caitlin's rights were ignored as Officer Kovac insisted that she accompany him to the hospital, justifying his actions with her supposed intent to harm herself. The situation was mishandled at every turn, with Officer Kovac making decisions that were both illegal and irresponsible. Internal Affairs investigated the case and swiftly concluded that Officer Kovac had acted unlawfully and unprofessionally throughout the entire interaction. His failure to respond to a domestic abuse case further tarnished his record, ultimately leading to his dismissal from the police department. The case of Officer Kovac and his daughter's relationship with Mackay Coleman serves as a stark example of how personal biases can lead to unethical and unprofessional conduct within the police force. In November 2022, Kenneth Adams was pulled over by a police officer for running a stop sign.
Good. What did I do wrong?
Good. So the reason I stopped you didn't come to complete stop the stop sign?
I did.
And then you didn't have your turn signal on?
I sure did.
Okay.
I know for a fact I had my turn signal on.
Okay.
Little did he know that this traffic stop would lead to a much more significant problem. The officer initiated the conversation by informing Kenneth about the reason for the stop, stating that he didn't come to a complete stop at the stop sign and didn't use his turn signal. Kenneth disputed the allegations, insisting that he had indeed stopped and used his turn signal. He expressed his surprise at being pulled over. The officer proceeded to check Kenneth's license in the system, revealing that he had an active warrant for burglary and theft of a vehicle.
All right, can I get you to step out of the vehicle with me?
What are you doing? No, what's going on? Seriously, what's going on?
You have a warrant.
How do I have a warrant?
I don't know how you have a warrant, but it's on our system right now. You have an active warrant out of 7th District Court here in San Juan.
No, that's incorrect.
Okay, it's on our system right now.
Well,
I'm not going to argue with you about it. You're going to go to jail tonight on that warrant, okay?
No, I'm not. Dude, this is absurd.
Mr. Adams, you do have an active warrant for your arrest.
Who issued the warrant, though?
The courts have it issued.
For what, though? Because I've gone to court for everything. There should not be an active warrant for me anywhere, dude.
Kenneth's reaction to the news was disbelief. He asked for details about the warrant and claimed to have attended court for his previous charges. The officer, however, confirmed the existence of the warrant and explained that it was issued for felony burglary charges on October 13th.
The court
Issued October 13th.
For what?
It has some felony charges, burglary charges.
Dude, I've been to court for that. No, I've been to court for that.
You want to know the charges?
Yeah, I do.
So it has 2 burglary charges listed, a theft charge, mischief.
That's on my old case.
3 charges of burglary of a vehicle, and criminal trespass.
Kenneth then made a concerning statement implying that he might use his connection to someone in law enforcement to get out of the situation. Bruce, the commissioner, and Kenneth's father had intervened and inquired about the warrant's origin. He threatened to take legal action against the officer, suggesting that his influence as a county sheriff's son should exempt his son from arrest.
Jail. They took him.
You already took him to jail?
They took him to jail, and I sit here with the car.
Why?
For a warrant.
Who do I call to find out?
Find out the warrant?
You're a police officer. Tell me who I call to find out why he's in jail.
I gotta be careful with this stuff, Bruce. You understand that? Okay. That's the warrant. Okay, so it says warrant status active, offense burglary, burglary, theft, criminal mischief, burglary of a vehicle, burglary of a vehicle, burglary of a vehicle.
He's already been to court over that.
You saw the warrant right there. I showed you the warrant.
He's been charged with that, and he has a plea in abeyance on all of it.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to turn him loose.
I can't turn him loose, Bruce.
Who can?
Nobody can. He's been arrested for a warrant. The courts can.
And the warrant's false.
Huh? The warrant's not false.
You want me to sue the son of a county sheriff because he arrested my kid on a false warrant?
The warrant's right.
Despite Bruce's efforts to use his position to influence the situation, the officer remained steadfast and didn't yield to the pressure. Eventually, Kenneth was released from jail and the warrant was withdrawn. Bruce's attempt to exert his influence to save his son from legal consequences was unsuccessful as the officer followed proper procedure and maintained the integrity of the law. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this.